So the second part of the project is about home science, and in home science, as we had stated earlier, they are supposed to knit a scarf. They are supposed to take part in knitting a scarf, and so you find that learners are going to knit a scarf measuring 15 centimeters wide and 70 centimeters long. So before they embark on the task, there are some factors they are supposed to consider when choosing knitting yarn, and one of the factors is softness of the yarn, strength of that yarn, color of the yarn, thickness, cost. We have durability, we have ease of washing, and availability. So those are some of the factors learners have to consider when choosing a knitting yarn. So after that, they have to check on the tools and materials they will be requiring when carrying out the task. So here, under the tools, we have knitting needle, we have pair of scissors, we have tape measure, we have yarn, needle. So those are the tools. And materials, we have knitting yarn and we have a label. They are not that much. Then after that, now we move to the procedures of knitting the scarf. And the first one, learners are going to gather all the required tools and materials that we have stated earlier. After that, they are going to choose suitable knitting yarn using the factors that we have stated earlier: the availability, the cost, the durability, and so on. Then after that, step number 3, let them cast on the required number of stitches. Let them cast on the required number of stitches. Then, after that, they begin knitting. So, when they are knitting, let them maintain equal stitches, correct tension. Then, they are going to measure regularly. So here, they are going to ensure the scarf remains 15 centimeters wide. Continue knitting until it reaches 70 centimeters long. So that means they are going to keep on measuring regularly as they knit. Then from there, they are going to cast off the stitches neatly and trim loose yarn. Then after that, they are going to label the finished scarf. So there, they are going to include learner's name, grade, and the name of the school. So after that, they will have already carried out the task on home science as simple as that. So when they are carrying out this task on home science, they have to follow safety while knitting. So here, they are going to handle needles carefully, because remember it's a sharp object, so if you don't use it carefully, it's going to cause some injuries on you. Then keep scissors safely. It's also a sharp object, it can cut you anytime if you are not keen. Then sit comfortably and store tools properly after use. And that is all. Have you benefited from this video? Yes. As a learner, as a facilitator, I hope you have gotten the concept we need to guide the learners to do what is right. Thank you, and remember to subscribe to Brian's Academy, where learning is made easy. See you in our next video that we will be coming on in the next few minutes. Thank you.